Hey everyone, Antonio here from nitroplanes.com. What I have today for you guys is a really cool product we received in the other day. I'm actually really excited. I actually need to relax a little bit because like I said, I'm really excited to show you guys this new product. Before I get into it a little bit, the product I received are CowRC mats. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about them. They're working mats, and I just love everything and anything that can make my life and my hobby easier and a lot more fun to enjoy. Especially working mats. I love tools. I love all of that because most of my time spent is always working on either my helicopters, my planes, my cars, whatnot, always tuning. So having a designated work mat to work on just makes my life so much better. And I'll get into the features a little bit more as I explain these mats. So let me show you guys these mats. Once again, these mats are available at CowRC.com. They're available in different sizes. They offer different combos. First, showing you guys the very first one is the micro mat. The micro mat is a 9x12 mat, and it's also the same size I noticed as they have a helipad mat. It has a little good, nice design of a helipad here. And let's say you guys have a 450 size helicopter. Let's say I'm working on the mainframe today. I'd put the mainframe over it. Let's say I'm working over the tail. I'd put the tail over the mat. So whatever screws fall will be caught by the mat. And you guys will be saying, how is it gonna catch it? How is it not gonna fall? And what I have to say on that is, these mats are magnetized. You guys can see there. There you go. Magnetized wherever you put it. The whole surface of the mat is magnetized, which makes it so much better. Before I worked on these mats, I was like, oh, cool mats, nice, fun. But then I also noticed they were magnetized. I was like, wow, this is gonna make my hobby experience just so much better. I actually look forward to working on my cars, my helicopters, whatever. Also, you guys may notice the little compartments it has. So let's say you have your nuts for the screws. You put them all on one area. Let's say you want to individualize the screw size. Let's say you want to put 10 millimeter here. You want to put 8 millimeter here. You want to put 14 millimeter here, and so on and so forth. It's just a very convenient compartment, nice working space. And for you guys that are saying, this size really isn't for me. I have stuff that's much, much bigger. So what does CowRC have to offer for me? What I have to answer to that, let me move my helicopter out of the way, is the mini mat. The mini mat is a 12x8 mat. And just to show you guys, this is again a 450 size helicopter to compare that to. It's much, much bigger. This will I'd recommend probably more for the 450 helicopters, even probably a 600, like I said. Depends if you're working on the mainframe, you'd put the mainframe over the mat. For you guys that maybe have two-wheel drive buggies, look at that. This mat is just perfect for the two-wheel drive buggy. Fits very well on it. And same concept as the micro mat. The whole working area here is magnetized, has individual compartments. Also has a nice decal here from CowRC.com. And you guys may be saying, well, still, that size is not for me. No worries, guys. I have the perfect mat for you guys that are saying that. Check this out. This is a jumbo mat, a 24x30 mat. Once again, same idea. It's all magnetized, has a little bit more bigger compartments, and then the little smaller compartments. This morning I was working, man, you guys can see just here's a size comparison of this mat. It's pretty big. Like I said, this morning I was working on my short course truck here, and I'll put that against the mat so you guys can see. Okay, so here's a size comparison. This is a 4x4 110 scale short course truck. You guys can see all the room in the world. You have room for your tires if you want. You have room for your liquids, just whatever, And I was working on it this morning, and this is when I really got to enjoy this mat. I was working on my diffs, changing out the diff fluid, and the diff pins, they go on the out drives. I lost one. And if it wasn't for this mat, I guarantee you guys I would have been at it probably a good 10 to 15 minutes looking for that little pin. And what it did, I was working right over here, the pin fell, got caught, all problems were solved. Like I said, once again, it's all a magnetized surface, it's all caught, you know, it doesn't roll. And let's say you guys do have a screw that doesn't have any iron in it, obviously it won't be magnetized. I don't have anything that's not magnetized right now, but you guys can see here, the raised edges covering all around. Let's say this was not magnetized and it did slip. No, it's not. It doesn't want to slip. What can I, let me try. Let's say this. Let's say it was small. It'd get caught. You guys can see there. It's not gonna go over. It's not gonna, hopefully doesn't jump over. So if you guys do have something that's not magnetized, it'll get caught by the little edges here. Also, what I noticed about these edges when you're working, like when I was working on the car, I noticed my elbows, it has a nice, it's a little foam raised edges, so my elbows fit very nicely, made it very enjoyable and just a great experience. So now the mats are all nice and everything, you guys can see they're all white. And another thing I was worried about was dirtying these mats. So moving over to this side, let me get this out of the way. Moving over this, like I said, they're very nice looking. I've worked on them. That's why they're probably not as nice looking now because I got some dirt, haven't cleaned them up. But like I said, you probably want to protect them and you're worried. You're like, man, what if these things suck in, let's say shock fluid, diff fluid, nitro, and to put them through the test, what I'm going to show you guys. Oh, I'm rebuilding shocks. I just dropped some shock fluid. And over here, I was rebuilding some diffs. And over here, I was working on my nitro car and I dropped some nitro. And over here, I was putting WD-40 on something. And you're like, oh no, my CowRC mats, they're gonna probably suck in all that fluids and it's probably gonna be all discolored now. Oh man, I should have put something over it to protect it and this and that. No worries, come over. Spray some Simple Green or whatever cleaner you want. Get your trusty towels. I won't clean it up too much, but you guys can clearly see it did not absorb anything whatsoever. The mats are as good as new. The main test for this that I noticed was this low C shock fluid. It has a color dye, which I mean, it makes it, yes, easier to use, but on surfaces, I noticed this color likes to stick a lot. So that's when I really noticed that these mats, you know, they don't capture anything and nothing gets soaked in, which is really good. With my trusty Simple Green, I got it right off, all cleaned off. And I like to take this moment to personally thank Heath down at CowRC for hooking us up for these mats. You guys can see we got mat over there, mat right here, mat right there, right here, right here. Even Tony has a mat. And like I said, these mats have made our working on, you know, our car or helicopter just so much easier. I just really want to thank them for hooking us up with these great mats, great product. And I hope to review the coming aerosol cans that we have for you guys. There's degreasers, there's lubricants, there's just tons of stuff that he also got for us that we're gonna be reviewing for you guys. So be sure to check out these mats at cowrc.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.